The new Humane AI pin has been absolutely destroyed by some of the biggest reviewers in tech, including Marques, Brownlee, and Mrwhosetheboss. So much so that some commentators are even calling it almost unethical for reviewers to go in so hard on a particular product. But can an honest, truthful review ever really be unethical? Why is it that people are reacting so negatively to this product in the first place? And could there be anything that the big reviewers are missing? Let's find out. So you may remember the Humane AI pin launching around about 4 months ago. It's a small wearable AI device that talks to you, and it's got a kind of unorthodox UX interface that projects lasers onto your hand. And while it looks like from the reviews that the build quality is decent, clearly there are also a few teething problems, because there have been some horrific reviews, especially from people like Marques. That one commentator said that he thought it was unethical for Marques Brownlee to go in so hard because he could basically destroy the company with one video. This obviously coming off the back of a video he did on a Fisker EV, which referred to the car as the worst car he's ever reviewed. There was a giant hoo-ha that ensued immediately after. And while it is true that reviewers do wield a lot of power these days, in my view, it would actually be more unethical for a reviewer like Marques to mislead his audience by being untruthful about what he really thinks about a product. In fact, I think people probably love him precisely because he is incredibly honest and doesn't just take the line that companies give him. In any case, he's now turned his attention to the AI pin made by Humane, which is essentially a product that uses large language models to give you a voice AI assistant that can walk around with you. It's a completely novel use case. It has the interface that I've already discussed. It has a camera in it, and it can look at the things you're looking at and understand them in the way that you would be familiar with LLMs doing on interfaces like ChatGPT. But clearly it's not working perfectly just yet. The criticisms from Mrwhosetheboss and Marques are quite wide-ranging, but many of them seem to focus around two things in particular. First, that it's slow and cumbersome and inconvenient. Second, that it's just not as good as a smartphone in various ways. So much as I am a massive fan of tech reviewers in general, particularly on YouTube, I do have a couple of disagreements here. So firstly, on the question of AI taking a long time to respond, this is an unfortunate reality of all large language models at the moment. While some companies, including Google, are working on smaller models that can work on local devices, for the most part, all large language model requests have to be sent to giant central models to be processed and to be sent back to you again. And the slow speed that they work at is due to latency, and it's actually fundamental to the way that they're built. Even market leaders like ChatGPT, which can actually incidentally be accessed by the Humane AI pin, do have slow response times. I recently spoke to Rodrigo Liang, a CEO of an AI chip manufacturing company, to understand a bit more about why this is. You can check out that video on my channel. But in any case, it's an issue that many people, including Rodrigo, are working on and is something that is going to improve over time. Then the question of whether the pin is as good as a smartphone is a strange one, because smartphones have clearly been developed over many years and in fact decades, and they've been refined and iterated over that time. This is version 1 of a brand new product. So obviously, it's not going to be as good or refined. Anyway, I haven't actually tried the AI pin, and it does seem like from the videos there are plenty of issues with it. So I'm not in disagreement there. But what I am certain of is that AI voice technology is going to improve at a rapid rate over the coming months and years. And because this AI pin works via APIs, and so it's sending requests back to the central models, as I've already discussed, as those central models improve, so will the performance of the product. So I think we'll all be surprised by how quickly products like the Humane AI pin improve. Now, whether or not this is the product that is going to define the voice AI wearable market, that remains to be seen. But what I do think is that we will all be looking at technology like this much more seriously in the years to come than perhaps we are now. That's it from me. I'll see you next time.